Yes, guys, we're here once again. This is Failfection. As always, I'm your host, Joe Delgado. Let's go ahead and get today's show started with today's quote. Now, today's quote comes from a Brazilian lyricist and novelist best known for his work writing The Alchemist. It's Paul Coelho. And the quote is, "There is only one thing that makes a dream impossible to achieve, the fear of failure." And that's really what we're all about here over at Failfection. If we do not feel like we're able to achieve something and have negative energy and negative mindset towards whatever we're trying to accomplish, 9 times out of 10, it's not going to get done. You're not going to get done to its maximum potential. And if you're dragging a certain situation because it's hard or because you're scared to fail, that's not a way to live. You definitely have to put it out all on the table and really just grab life by its horns, because you only get this life once and you got to make the best of it. So I urge you guys to go ahead and challenge yourselves. Be more decisive in your decision making. Actually take that leap of faith and do what you guys want. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people that hesitate to do what they want, and they miss out on a lot of opportunities in their life, and it can be for a number of things that they don't feel ready at that moment in life for to accept or to partake in those amazing opportunities. Now, I'm here to tell you, you're able to do anything, and that's something that was instilled in me a long time ago. My mom always telling me I can't wasn't allowed in my vocabulary. So how I look at any challenge or anything really that presents me in life with a challenge, I always say, if someone has done it before me, if someone has done something before me, I refuse to be intimidated to do something, because I know it has been done before, so I know it's not impossible. Now, that's the mindset that we push for people, to go ahead and take on and embrace, because I just feel like with a go-get-it attitude, with a attitude that's very positive, so many things come your way, so many good things. So now that I'm done ranting about today's quote, we're going to go ahead and get started with today's first topic. And it's about apps, right? Everybody uses them. Everybody has them on their smartphone, right? I'm going to share with you guys my favorite apps for work and productivity. Now, as you guys may know, I do work from home. I did mention that in the first episode. But I do work from home, so I utilize my smartphone for a lot of different things. There's days where I actually won't be on my computer or be on my, be in my laptop workspace, because I am getting a lot of the work done on my phone, and I feel like it's not necessary for me to have to be uncomfortable and sit at a computer. Right? I could be in the comfort of my own couch, getting a lot of work done, actually, and it's really cool to see that apps kind of shape that way of work or way of productivity in the 21st century. It's crazy, because I'm able to do what I'm able to do on a computer, something that was unheard of 10, 15 years ago, to actually be able to use a phone, a handheld device, to get work done on a pretty large scale. So now I'm going to throw a couple of my other favorite apps in here, but one of the first apps that I do use for a lot of these podcasts, and then as well as any kind of cover art, any kind of posts on Instagram, anything like that, anything of that nature, I use Spark Post, and that's by Adobe. Spark Post actually is a really cool app. It has all of the the resolutions. So they have all the resolutions for all social media platforms. If you want to post a YouTube banner, if you want to post a picture on Instagram, they have them scaled so they will look the best in their respective avenues, wherever they're going to go, wherever you're going to post your content. Now, it just kind of gives a little bit more of a professional look, a little bit more premium look for free, because Spark Post is a free app. And once again, it's by Adobe, and they make really good stuff by Adobe. I do have Adobe Photoshop on my computer, and I do utilize that as well. But Spark Post is a different change of pace, and it's real easy to get on Spark Post and edit a quick picture, throw it up on social media, all from the comfort of your couch, all from the comfort of your thumbs, your digits. So that's Spark Post. Now moving on, once again, Upwork. That's the app that I use. It's just kind of an extension of the website, so it pretty much does everything the website, but it allows me to contact my boss in a instant messaging style. So it's really cool to actually have that on your phone, and I'm not always having to go to my computer every time my boss sends a message to me, or every time we have to have a discussion or something online. So I'm able to do that from my phone. It feels like I'm texting him, so it's cool in that respect. And that's Upwork. That's Upwork's app. Once again, it's just an extension of their website, so nothing special there, but it is something that I do use for work. Moving on, YouTube. YouTube is amazing. It's such an amazing platform. And to touch on what I was saying in episode 1, you're able to learn anything off of YouTube. You're able to learn an entire trade off of YouTube. And it's insane that a lot of this stuff is there for free, but it's very accessible. So I'm in college right now for computer science, and I kind of got a little head start on college because I was actually on YouTube looking up how to be a programmer, looking up videos on how to code using Python, things of that nature. And you're able to go on YouTube completely free of cost and check those videos out, learn a thing or two, and use that in the real world, apply that, and that's amazing. So take advantage of that and try to capitalize off of it, really, because you're able to learn almost anything. And just a couple of things that I've learned that I'm actually able to make money from, or help someone out, help one of my friends out editing something. I'm actually very well versed in how to use Logic Pro, so music production and music engineering. So I'm dabbling with that, and I know how to do that solely based off of YouTube. And I also edit pictures sometimes, using Photoshop. And that's something that I've learned, and I feel like I've gotten really good at, because you do just keep adding on. Like, once you learn something, you just keep adding on and adding on. You start discovering more things and more things that people might not necessarily show you in those YouTube videos. But it's cool to see that progression, that level of skill building with things that you had no idea how to use months prior. So definitely check it out. Definitely check YouTube out. It'll definitely benefit you sometime down the line, and you'll definitely be grateful that you do know something new that most people don't, because they refuse to sit on YouTube and learn about something. So at least you got that one up, right? Now this next topic is based on this article called The American Dream, found on newamerica.org, and it pretty much is talking about how each generation views the American dream as of today. Now, we're looking at 5 generations, and they were saying that there was 1,600 people involved in this study. And pretty much, it's exactly what you would think. They were asked a bunch of questions, and they all answered, and, they got their totals down, and they have a nice bar graph if you guys want to check it out. But there was a couple of things that were pretty interesting to me, and I do want to shed some light because I do have some experience with some of these things. Now, one of the questions that they had asked were, is it easier to find a job without a college degree? Is it easier to find a high-paying job without a college degree? Now, I know of a lot but you do have to go through a couple of steps to get there. Now I know the government is a good way to just go ahead and step your foot into a good paying job, really without having to go to college. But once you are in a government position, a government job, you are motivated or kind of urged to go ahead and get some college degree, get some college education rather. So definitely know what the younger generation is talking about there. But a lot of this is from the more recent generations failing, kind of almost face planting a lot, and it's due to the fact that they saw a lot of the things that we have to deal with now are different from what previous generations had to deal with. But in today's society, in today's world, a major thing that I'm seeing on here, this study, a lot of it's looking like it's costing a lot of money to go to college. That's why a lot of people aren't going. They're talking, one of these are talking about, is it easier to attain financially? Are you able to afford a family? These questions are very real questions, and questions that do need to be asked, but a lot of the younger generation just not feel like it's you're able to, get a good paying job without a college degree and support a family. Makes sense. It sounds right, but there are a lot of jobs out there that don't require, you just do have to sacrifice, and a lot of those jobs that don't require a college degree, the sacrifice is going to be real. So it's a theme that we like to keep going here at Failfection, right? You can fail, you can face plant, not being financially ready for college, not being financially ready to start your life or to live your life happily. You can do it. This is what this show's about. We want to rally behind people and let them know that they're able to get that done. Even if they fail, we are here. This is a network of people that love to see people fail, because that's an opportunity for us to help them, for us to motivate them and push them further. Now, you don't necessarily have to go to college to become, the top guy, like the guy. So don't necessarily think that college is going to be your outlet to a six-figure paying job and stuff like that, because I know people personally that make close to six figures, and that's with minimal education and minimal experience, and it blows my mind every time. But it's just actually being able to find those jobs and actually secure that position. A lot of those jobs do look for experience, because those jobs will actually trump education, over experience. Like, experience is key in the professional world. Now, a lot of companies won't even speak to you if you don't have a certain level of education. Understandable. Every company has requirements, but it's definitely worth submitting your resume if you do have that level of experience. And I know I did mention government jobs in the earlier, but know that there are opportunities for you out of the government to go ahead and get that big coin that everybody's going after, everybody's looking for. So definitely just keep an eye out, and if you see any opportunities to get your foot in the door into something that can be financially beneficial to you in the future, do it. It's almost the obvious answer every time, but a lot of people aren't willing to sacrifice. I know people that still live back home in my hometown that are just scared to take that leap of faith, scared to leave their family, scared to just the fear of the unknown, and that's something that you guys got to break. My grandfather, for the longest time, always told me something, and it was, don't ever be too comfortable. If you're too comfortable and you're not 60 plus, you're way too comfortable. You're not supposed to be that comfortable at your age. You're not supposed to be that content. You're always supposed to strive for more. And my grandfather is a very smart guy.